It's pretty empty in here. And everyone who is outside of the hall, if you can hear me, your moderator is requesting you to be inside of the hall, if they can hear me. And with this, I'd like to start with the official panel discussion. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here today in this exciting panel discussion where we will be talking about from launching to scaling up, navigating through WordPress business product success. And we have a fantastic lineup of experts who will be guiding us through the journey of establishing and growing a successful WordPress product business. We have Atikur Rehman Tanmoy, who is a full-stack digital marketer and WordPress enthusiast known for his expertise in connecting businesses with their target audience through effective digital marketing strategies. He is not only passionate about boosting businesses, but also nurturing individual growth. In his free time, Atikur enjoys traveling to new places, playing table tennis, immersing himself in video games, and exploring diverse flavors in food. He also serves as a co-organizer for Dhaka WordPress Meetup. On my right, we have Praveen Jha from Nepal, a seasoned WordPress expert. He is a visionary founder and CEO of Everest Themes, a hub for WordPress products, including the Everest backup plugin, Everest News theme. He is also the mastermind behind OmniPress, a central hub for block themes designed for full site editing. Before his journey into WordPress, Praveen was a tech whiz who excelled in various technical projects. He enjoys solving puzzles, which is reflected in his WordPress plugins that make it easy to customize WordPress without using coding skills. And nonetheless, we have Vikas from India. Vikas Singhal is founder of InstaWP, a WordPress enthusiast and with a remarkable entrepreneurial journey. His product is currently used by over 300,000 sites, 3 lakh sites, making him a true expert in WordPress products. Vikas loves engaging with the global WordPress community, solving problems for WordPress users, spending quality time with his friends, and sipping filter coffee with his friends. His previous endeavors include Express Tech, Quiz and Survey Master plugin, Projectopia, and many more. Each of our panelists bring a wealth of knowledge and experience in the world of WordPress product businesses. And without further ado, let's dive into our discussion and learn from these WordPress experts on how to chart successful course for your WordPress product success. I think I should start with Praveen Dai. What was your inspiration behind getting into WordPress or WordPress ecosystem? What inspired you?
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Am I audible? Okay. So the basic things was that it's the freemium, right? And open source. That is the main inspiration behind that. Being open source and code is open, so if you can extend it, you can just give back to community, modify the code, right? Use it as you like it, and then you are basically helping the community. That is the main inspiration. And my inspiration was also Sakin Sesha. When I was studying in engineering, my background is engineering, right? I'm electronics and communication engineer. So when I was in college, Sakin Sesha Dai first introduced me in WordPress. After that, I started building websites in WordPress, and that was just like getting a free theme, and then having a very low and cheap hosting, and then starting website to my customers or clients. From there I started, and then on that journey, I faced so many difficulties on different things like migration and backup security, and that led me to development of Everest backup plugins.
Thank you, Dai. Yes, we all agree that being open source, WordPress is something everyone can be a part of, and the very welcoming WordPress community is something that drives everyone to get together. Next, I would like to ask Atikur, how do you deal with competition, especially when there are similar products approaching in terms of marketing? How do you market a product that there are so many competitors out there?
Thank you for the question. So first of all, I would like to introduce myself. I am Atikur Rahman Tonmoy. Currently, I am serving as the CMO at Thimail, and I was the head of marketing at WeDevs. So I'm truly honored to be here among such experienced panelists, and would love to learn lots from them and would love to share some knowledge. So the question that Paras has asked is a very good question. Since WordPress is a saturated market and there are lots of plugins and themes, like there are thousands of plugins and themes, and many of the themes and plugins offer similar kind of features. So it is really tough to stand out among others. So first of all, I would like to tell that before building a product in WordPress, you should think about the USP. You have to find out some unique features and you have to do some competitor feature analysis. So when you will do competitive feature analysis, you will see the features that is not available on their products and you might work on them. And please make them as the USPs of your product. And you can easily promote them through different channels. So it is really tough to get more traffics in your site if you have a new site. So you must need to do some SEO and other stuff. And also, like, to get a good exposure, you can go for the influencer marketing, because like people always want to follow what their influencers are telling. So it is good for the new businesses to go for the influencer marketing, reach out to them and convince them to review your products. And also, like, you may do different types of ads. It could be like you could have some comparison pages for your product. From there, like, you can easily highlight which features you are giving unique other than your competitors. There could be a comparison table, and in the hero section you can easily enlist the competitor's brand name, right? And what you can do, you can use Google search ads using those competitors' brand name. Like competitors' brand name, then pricing. This would be your search keyword which you will be targeting. If you run this Google search ad, then you will get lots of click on the search ad, and they will be landed up onto the comparison page. And they can find easily what type of features you are offering. If you are offering better features, then why they should go for another one, right? So you are just getting visitors of your competitors to your site using that comparison page and Google search ads. And there are lots of other techniques, and I think you should focus on the WordPress.org search ranking as well, because it is really important to get ranked over there. People actually search their problems there, and when they find, when they see the search results, they go for the first or second one. They try it, and if it is user-friendly, they go for it. So you have to do some SEO optimization for your WordPress.org page as well. So yeah, that's all, and I will share some more details in other question answers. Yeah.
Thank you, Atikur. That was detailed and a bit technical too. I think the audience have grasped the USP thing. That is the most important, and then the other steps will follow after.
I think we need proper blog post from you.
Yeah. Next, I would like to ask Vikas, how do you identify gaps in the market to bring your product at the right fit?
Okay. I should have taken my question before, right?
Yes, I offered you.
Thank you. So, thank you for the question. I think this question becomes really important for people who are starting maybe a new plugin business or a theme business or any kind of online business. So identifying gaps, there are multiple ways to do it. One of the ways which we do it is go to something which you like. Let's say you are building a blog plugin, and then you go and try all the blog plugins out there. I think this also relates to a little bit what you said. I used to read reviews, what others are saying for, let's say, a plugin is doing good in some ways, but also not doing good, like properly in other ways. So you make a list of those in an Excel sheet. Other ways is you go to online social groups like Facebook, Reddit. There may be community where like this, and then you talk to people, right? And in these groups, you will see that service providers, agencies, freelancers, or whoever you are targeting, they will post their questions, and you make a list of those questions, try to reply to them then and there, and through your reply, you form a series of pattern, and that through that pattern combined with the earlier Excel sheet, you can come up with a list of gaps which you can solve, right? And over a period of time, and you might have seen a lot of Twitter X influencers, they have built a lot of projects every month or so. So I think that's a separate topic of discussion on how, once you identify the gap, how do you go about actually building it? So over to you.
Thank you. Yes, comparing with potential future competitors would be one of the best ways to find the gaps, and filling those gaps would make your product competitive. Yeah. Next, I would like to ask Praveen Dai, how do you ensure user security when it comes to backup plugins, or when you're storing a whole thing in a backup? How do you maintain user security?
Okay. Actually, this is a tough question. And so backup security means, first of all, you need to understand the basic principles where your site can be hacked. And the code guidelines that WordPress has followed, you have to look the proper sanitization things, yes, and then form validations. Whenever you are asking some data from users, right, you need to validate those things, and it's a quite technical thing. So, first of all, security means that if you see Everest Backup, we are not storing their data. We are just a platform. We are just a systems where user can integrate their own hostings. They can store their file on their own storage server, right? So we are just a tool. We are not handling their files, but we are making a tool so that they can rely on our platform, on our systems, on our tools, and that is what we are taking it seriously, because it's like a quality. If you don't follow basic principles, then there can be so many questions, right? So the basic thing is that if you are playing with the data, you need to be conscious, and then you need to be like, don't put something that you just go and search something, you find the code and just don't put in your product. That is main things. You have to build your product from scratch, and you have to know each and every step how your product is handling those things. That is the main things. It's not an overnight process that I'm going somewhere, finding the code, and then I'm building a plugin, that's all. That is not the things, right? You have to build it from scratch. You have to know everything, how your plugin is working, and then how you are handling those essential data. That is the main things.
Thank you, Praveen Dai. Yes, understanding what you are developing yourself and applying all the principles, ethics, norms into your development could prevent all of those things. It could be a good start to maintain user security. I'd like to come back to Vikas, who has been a founder of multiple companies, working at multiple places at once. He will be returning very soon to attend a different program. In this busy schedule and your different endeavors, how do you allocate resources? How do you manage your resources on multiple?
But my resources, my time.
Company resources.
Company resources.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. To properly manage company's resources is primary responsibility of the founder. If you are unable, or if you are not doing a good job of that, I think you will have a badly run company. That's your primary main responsibility. To do that, you need to prioritize what is important for your company right now. If you are building a product, if you are marketing a product, if you are supporting a product or operations, depending upon the requirement, you basically prioritize the future, let's say for the 3 months, 6 months plan and a 12-month plan. And then you go about allocating resources according to your company's priority. And see, every business has a goal. And that goal, if not achieved, at the end of the day, you have failed, right? It's not making money. Money is obviously the goal. But to solve the customer's problem and effectively placing yourself as a market leader to solve that problem is your goal, right? And to do that, how many resources do you need? What are the tasks they need to complete? And then you go granular, and then you allocate resources, and then eventually you form a short-term, a medium-term, and a long-term plan. That's how I do it.
Yeah, thank you. So that it all comes down to the founder and the central management of the company to look after
otherwise, means what are you doing?
Yeah. So your company is like your child. You nurture it, you grow, you help it grow, you do everything as a parent.
Company resources will understand what I say, but my child will not.
That's a nice point. So I would like to go back to Atikur. Can you share some effective strategies on targeting audience? Like what specific strategy can help targeting what type of audience?
Yeah. Sure. So probably you have prepared the most toughest questions for me. Okay. So here for creating effective marketing strategies, I would go for two different type of strategies. Like depend on the lifespan of the product. So there should be a pre-launch strategy and there should be a post-launch strategy. For pre-launching any product, there should be some type of go-to-market strategy. Do you know about go-to-market strategy? Anyone? Okay, so for creating go-to-market strategy, what you need to do, you have to define the value proposition of your product. So for whom you are creating your product, what type of benefits you are providing. So you have to define the value proposition. And then you have to find the buyer personas. What are the, you have to create the buyer personas, what are the pain points your users might have, what type of goals they want to achieve, you have to figure it out. And then you have to prepare a checklist before launching, what you would like to do to get a better exposure. So what you can do, like many of the companies go for product hunt, right? So in product hunt, there are lots of people, they can easily check what are the products have been featured, they can easily try the demo, they can easily go to the product site. So you can go for product hunt, and also like you should have private beta, public beta, like before launching the product, you should ask feedback of your current users. If you have any leads, email leads, then you can send them email, offer some reward. None will try your product if you do not offer them any benefit. So maybe you can offer them 50 to 60% discount if they share any kind of feedback regarding your product. So do public beta testing, gather some features, ideas, and what are the issues your product have right now. You will get all the insights about your product. And then you could do some webinar, you can create a dedicated landing page for that product, or you can do some social media marketing and other stuff. So there should be a specific marketing strategy for pre-launching with some checklist, and after like you have launched the product, so you have to scaling up, right? So in that case, you have to go to the product marketing life cycle phase. So it is a never-ending process. You have to follow few things for scaling up the product. So I always go for pirate model. Do you know what is pirate model? Anyone pirate model? Any one of you? So pirate model refers to AA triple R. A means acquisition. You have to find out how you can bring your potential audiences into your website or into your product page. Then activation, you have to somehow get those visitors lead. So here, like for acquisition, we go for SEO, social media marketing, influencer marketing, and then different type of like paid ads and other things to get the attention of the potential users and bring them to our website or product page. Whenever they landed to the product page, you have to somehow get those visitors' email address. So you have to make them like visitors need to be converted as a lead. So here you can use the demo option. So just give them an option to try the product by their own hand. So here you can create demos for your products. Like InstaWP is doing that, right? We know that. So from InstaWP you can easily create the demo, and you can also build it by yourself by doing custom development. So whatever you have like whatever is convenient for you, you can go for it. And whenever you have collected the email leads, you can go for the email automation, right? There should be an email marketing funnel. You can easily convince those leads to be a paying customer. And then you have to consider the revenue phase. AA has been finished, acquisition, activation. And then revenue phase, you have to somehow do some marketing activities to convert those leads into paying customer. And then retention. Yes, you have successfully converted those users into paying customer, but you have to nurture your product. You have to bring trendy features and effective features, and you have to give them proper support. Then they will renew your product, right? So it would be retention, and the last one is referral. So somehow you have to make a process where your users will refer your product to someone. So you can offer them two-sided referral option. And also like you can go for the influencer reach out. If the influencers give the product review, then they will, the product is automatically referred from that influencer. So this is the model I follow for scaling any of the products, AA, TRRR. I hope it will help for the audiences.
Thank you, Atikur. That was a brief, detailed. I hope the audience remember and implement that into their new products. I would like to come to Praveen Dai. So what are some critical elements to consider before launching a product? You have a product ready, but what are some of the things you should consider before launching it?
Okay, so first of all, you need to consider about the support, right? How you are going to give the support, because the initial feedback is most important, I think. So if you have already prepared about the support system, how you are going to respond the questions that might be asked from the initial users, right? That one. Another is pricing. You need to set up the pricing in such a manner that user can get the best value for money, right? And then generally what we do, we just see the pricing of our competitor sites, competitor service, and then we set our pricing accordingly. But that is not correct from my perspective, because I think Atikur can explain these things in more details. Because if the user didn't get the value for the money, they will not purchase your product. That is the main things. And another things is like you need to build your ecosystems, like how you are going to get the user ecosystem, right? Like email list, how we are going to retarget. Everything should be considered before launching a product.
Thank you, Praveen Dai. So yes, pricing models could be one of the most important things, how the users are going to perceive it. And then once someone pays for a product, they will definitely be seeking for the support, because many of them might need one. Next, I would like to ask Atikur. Does cultural differences in your audience affect the way you market? Let me rephrase that. Does the same marketing strategy work in South Asia and in Europe? Is the return same or is it different?
Yeah, you have proved it once again that you have prepared the toughest question for me. Okay, so here I would like to focus on the localization process. Like, yeah, for the South Asia, maybe most of the people are active on Facebook, but in Western countries, they hardly use Facebook. So here, maybe you need to go for two different type of social media marketing strategy. Just giving an example regarding social media, okay? So here, for South Asia people, you can easily create some retargeting ads in Facebook so that like the South Asian people get to know more about your product and you can do Facebook ads marketing. And for Western people, maybe you can go for Twitter or X marketing. There is also an ads platform, so you can easily create ads in Twitter or X. And also like for I just shared about localization. So it is really important to localize your content. Say for example, we always focus on the English spoken countries, right? Like US, we always build our marketing content and strategies based on US market. But have you checked your Google Analytics data that other than other than USA, which countries are giving you revenue and how much percentage of revenue you are getting from only US? If you check, then you will find maximum you are generating 60 to 70% revenue. And you are generating other 40 to 30% revenue from different countries, right? But you are not strategizing or you are not planning for those countries for a single time. Like you haven't prepared a single content for those countries. So what you can do, you can localize those content. You can go and check Google Analytics data. You can find the top converted countries other than US market and then analyze their language. You can create a dedicated and translated landing page for those users. You can easily, like if you check the pro users from, if there is any pro users of your product from those countries, you may request him or her to submit a testimonial. Definitely, you have to give some value to her or him. You may offer him a renewal, a free renewal for next year renewal time, right? So in exchange of the value, she or he might be ready to provide the testimonial, and that should be based on his or her own language. Say for example, you are targeting the country of Germany. So the video should be, the testimonial video should be in Germany language. And you have also created the landing page using the Germany content, right? And just what you need to do, you need to just go for a Google search ad targeting specifically the Germany country. And whenever anyone will search on Google, writing the problem that your product is giving or the solution you are providing, they will see your ad, and whenever they will click on it, they will land it to the page where he or she will find the language, the translated language on his own language, and also he will find the testimonial of a customer who is from the same country he belongs. So it will be there will be an impact where he might be emotionally attached and may consider that yes, I am at the right place. And also, like, you have to translate your product. If you have plugin, then translate it in that language. If you have theme, translate it in that language. You can do the localization process in like this way. Thank you.
Thank you, Atikur. Yes, localization definitely is important.
I would like to add just one more point to it.
Yeah.
I think, Atikur, I'm not sure whether you have tried. What about parity pricing? Have you tried that?
No, I actually didn't try it.
We have tried in one of our plugin and it works really well. So generally, means your pricing is targeted, as you said, mostly towards the Western countries. But a lot of people in our part of the region want that plugin or product, but they cannot afford it. So parity pricing is where you offer location-based pricing, and you can offer like a 20% to 30% discount. And it means you can use tools like Parity Bar to do that.
Thank you, Vikas. So that could be one of the important things on pricing your product. Next, I would like to ask Vikas yourself, could you briefly share about product-led growth? Should that be implemented from the inception itself, or it only happens once you are big? Do you grow with your product in the beginning itself?
Actually, PLG is product-led growth for people who don't know in the audience. Is a technique where you grow the product in a way that your users are demanding, or you are kind of experiencing your users, how they are using your product. So your growth is led by the product rather than some kind of marketing or ad spend. So by design, it is meant for initial growth. A lot of people like me or people who are developer like Prabinda, they have no idea about marketing when they start. So product is the only thing which can drive the growth, right? And I think that can be a really good way to get the initial phase of growth. And there are many ways how people are doing it. One is building in public on X or wherever you are active on social. Find that audience, basically follow them, get a network going, and start sharing whatever you are building. Eventually, somebody will notice and they will start to follow you. And that's what actually happened to me. I was not active on X, and then I posted about InstaWP on a couple of forums, like some Slack groups. There are a lot of Slack groups which are really good. So you can actually join them. They are free of cost. And there are some paid groups also where you can join. And you can start posting about your product. So you have to be organic. What are you actually building should be the driving factor. You are solving a problem, right? So the solving problem part has to be the forefront runner of what you're doing. And then you start posting things like, this is the thing which I've built today, maybe a screenshot, maybe a small video walkthrough. That will help the user understand what is that they are going to imagine or see when they use the product. And that has really helped us in the initial phases and is still helping us.
Thank you, Vikas. That is something our audience would definitely be taking care while launching a new product. I would like to go back to Prabin. How do you see AI and machine learning affecting in the future of WordPress products? Will things be easier? Will things be competitive? What's your take on this?
Okay, it's one of the emerging topics here, right? And then it's not affecting. I think it will facilitate WordPress in the future. It will provide much more tool, a better tool that you don't have to do much of your tedious task, right? Just in a click of button, you can able to do your things. For example, I can say InstaWP, right? Just in a click, you are building your sandbox. That means if you think for WordPress, right? In the future, I think there will be an AI tool that will overtake your lots of work, and then you will be able to create a website. For example, there is also few websites, right, that will generate the entire website. Just you need to provide your slog, business log, what type of website you are trying to make. Just provide the slog, and they will create a website. So this will help in your business, and then the way you are working now will be changed. You don't have to do much more manual task, all will be automated. And this is a tool. AI is a tool that is to help us. So we will be there, WordPress will be there. Only tools and techniques are going to change, and that is, I think, in the favor of us. That will be in favor of us.
Thank you, Dai.
Just I want to make one point. For example, right now, if you want to make a demo site or template, manually you need to spend a week, right, to create a nice template. There will be a tool that will create thousands of templates in a few minutes. So basically, they are helping us, right? They will be helping us.
Thank you, Dai. AI is definitely going to be on the positive side for everyone, except for a few exceptions. Do not make your homeworks on AI. So I think I should go back to Atikur once again. Does affiliate marketing really work? What's your take on affiliate marketing, or is something else better than affiliate marketing?
Is that a tough question?
No. Let me ask you a question. Like, are you an affiliate of any of the products?
I have been an affiliate of some products, yes.
Okay, great.
So it works.
Okay, so basically there are two types of point of view. Like, are you asking this question on behalf of an affiliate marketer or
No, on
product
behalf
owner?
of someone who is launching a product or
Okay. In that case,
owners,
exactly.
yeah.
Okay, in that case, I would say there should be a standard on the revenue percentage from affiliates. Like, it should be 5 to 10% maybe. So if you have a good number of affiliates, then they will definitely promote your products through their content. It could be a blog, or it could be a YouTube video, or even I have seen lots of course instructors who use the affiliate promotion, and they teach their students using their course curriculum and course content featuring the product and different solutions. So here a product owner should target a group of people who have a very good engagement and impact on social media, or the platform they are currently using. Like, if he has a blog site, then maybe he can check the monthly data of his blog site's visitor. If he is a video content creator, then he can check the subscriber list or recent videos views. And if even any course instructor, then the product owner can check how many students have been enrolled on his courses. So from that, he has to prepare a list of affiliates whom he should be reached out. And then, like, also I have seen in recent time, product owners offer different tiers of affiliate commissions for different affiliates. Like, in landing page of affiliates registration, they offer 30% commission, suppose. And when the person that he is reaching out is a very impactful one, he is offering to that person more than 30%. It could be 40% or 50%. So the product owner should make some personalization, and according to the reach out, the impact that affiliates might have, he can offer personalized commissions for those. And I believe nurturing affiliates is also important. So you have to somehow make some contest. Maybe like in the Black Friday, Cyber Monday time, we always look forward to getting more sales, right? So in that time, you can run a contest. Say, for example, for the time frame of 7 to 10 days, if any of the affiliates can bring X number of sales, they will be converted to a super affiliate. That means they will get a better percentage of commission for lifetime. So this type of contest might help you to get a better conversion rate from your affiliates. And also you have to check the affiliates data. That means maybe some of the affiliates are bringing lots of traffic to your website, but they are not converting. So what you can do, you can manually reach out to that affiliates and let them just appreciate them that yes, you are doing really great, you are bringing lots of visitors in our site, but there might be some scope to increase the conversion rate. Here you can put some coupon code, maybe give some discount so that the visitors can get the motivation to get converted. So here you can analyze data and do the affiliate stuff, and I believe 5 to 10% revenue can be achieved from affiliates. Thank you.
Thank you, Atikur. So affiliates really work. Next, I would like to ask Vikas, how important do you feel partnerships are in the field of WordPress, as you are currently practicing a lot of partnerships? How important do you think that would be for the growth and success of a product?
Depending on the product, I think partnership can be a great growth driver. For us, we provide services to almost anybody in the WordPress ecosystem. So we can partner with almost anybody. But even if you are a plugin or a theme company, you can still partner with others on a contextual basis depending upon who are you partnering with. So a plugin company can partner with a theme company so that they can bundle them, and same with others as well. You can partner with a hosting company and let them bundle your plugin or theme in their product. And we are doing the same with a lot of folks. So Everest Backup, we have already bundling in our site creation flow. I think partnership is uncharted territory so far for a lot of folks, because it means people think that this may not result in an output first. Second, it is not trivial to approach a partner. You have to either attend a WordCamp or nurture that network and then you go for partnership, or you don't find that organic way of partnership. But by mimicking, I think mimicking is one of the best way to do a lot of jobs. For example, whatever Atikur has today shared, I think is just 10% or maybe a few percent of what he knows. So to know about, to go inside his mind, just go to his work, the latest work which he's doing, and you will know. Maybe go to the affiliate landing page and you will know what goes in his mind. So similarly, you can go with the partnerships which we are announcing, which they are announcing, or anybody else is announcing. And then you can figure out, okay, so this guy can partnership with this company, and this can partnership with this company. So this is the way of how you can approach a partnership. In terms of partnership work, they really do, because we are getting a lot of leads from all the companies which we are partnering with. The easiest form of partnership is just do a co-marketing. Maybe a guest blog exchange or a newsletter mention, and anybody will be happy to do that. And means you have to also offer something in return. So this is like a give and take relationship. And but once you figure it out, I think this can be really good.
Thank you. Partnerships definitely seems to be promising if done the right way. And Vikas has just told how to do it the right way. So I would like to go back to Praveen Bhai. What are some of the strategies you have found effective in maintaining a product quality while scaling up? So when you are going big, there could be something that brings the quality down. What are some of those things or some of those strategies that you keep in mind? So we are going from small to big, but this should not change.
Okay. So basically it's scaling, right? How we can scale a product. So from my perspective, I can say, initially we built a product, right? And that is our product, our what we are like to make, we build it, right? After that, we need to listen the users of the product. Users should drive the product future, actually. So once you build the product, once you market it, and then after some few years, you have to think that this product doesn't belong to myself anymore. It's now on the hand of users. You have to listen the users' feedback. You have to listen the users' feature request. Then you have to decide, is that feature request is the primary goal of my product? And what is the primary goal? How I can make my user happy? That is the main things. So once you go and listen each and every feedback of your users, you can easily predict your product future. And then for scaling, there is something like automation. If you go for automation and if you try to automate each and every steps that are repeating, and then you are certain level of scaling, right? So if you put automation and if you automate, try to automate each and every steps that is time consuming or that is repeating action, then that is one major things you can scale up. Another is technology. You have to bring the technology in your product. If you bring the technology and if you automate, if you think for thousands or millions of users, if you are more conscious on your what we call speed or performance. These things, if you consider and if you think about these things, then you can scale it up in a huge audience, I think.
Thank you, Dai. So I would like to keep it short. And Atikur, would you please answer in really short now? We are running out of time. Can you share a specific strategy that has significantly boosted your WordPress product engagement? The one strategy that worked really well?
It would take long time. So should I answer?
Try to keep it short.
Okay.
Maybe one or two studies.
Only one.
Only
But it will take time. Okay, so keeping it short, I would like to ask how many from here have tried Facebook ads marketing? Facebook ads? Anyone here? Awesome. Yeah, there are some cool people. Okay. So, do you know the differences between reach and impression in Facebook? Reach means the number of reach refers to the unique ad impression. That means, say for example, I have seen an ad, it should be counted as one reach. But if I see that ads for 5 times, then the impression would be 5. So when we run Facebook ads, we have seen that when you have created a targeted audience and you run ads, the number of reach is getting lower and the number of impressions is getting higher. So the same group of people is seeing your ads repeatedly. There might be, if your ads is being seen by the same group of people, then you are not getting enough fresh audience to reach out, right? So what you can do, you can create custom audiences based on your website experiences, like those who have visited specific pages, and also you can use custom audience based on Facebook page engagement, those who have engaged with your page, or those who have engaged in your ads. So you can create different types of custom audiences, and most of us, we do include the custom audiences in our ads. But what you need to do, you just need to exclude those. Whenever you run any ads, you just exclude all of the custom audiences and go for the targeting. In this way, you can easily reach out the fresh audiences. That means those who have already interacted with your ad or those who have already visited your site, they will not be able to see your ad. Facebook will exclude them. So this is the marketing strategy I have applied, and we got 500% plus ROS, return on ad spend. So this is, I have named it as a hard exclusion. Like you have to create custom audiences and you have to exclude them, then you have to make the targeting properly. Thank you.
Thank you, Atikur. I think this could be your last question for Vikas. What role does involvement in this community help in the growth of your product? Since you are one of the active members in the community, in your experience, does this involvement contribute to the success of your product?
It's it's difficult to assess the tangible output of the role of my engagement. I engage because I want to, not because it's about the product. But what I do get in return is that a lot of people now know about InstaWP by doing various activities like such as a sponsorship of WordCamp or organizing local meetup and such activities. I think I should be doing more, especially in the local, in our part of the world. But I think engaging in community not only helps with the product, but also helps you with networking with a lot of folks around the world. People ask me, when you sponsor a WordCamp, do you get conversions? Obviously, you don't get conversions, right? People are not here to actually use your product and then pay for it. So that doesn't happen ever. So don't expect that. But what does happen is people will remember your product and remember you as a person, and eventually at some WordCamp, you will have a talk where it leads to an outcome. And you can't measure that. It's like love, right? It can happen anywhere.
Thank you for that. We are a brief out of time. I would like to take some questions from audience. Audience, please, if you have any questions, raise your hands, and our mic runner volunteers will be supporting you with the mic.